back.
I've been drinking and I've been smoking on 285 and crime, not focus. I don't like T.I. either. He's a snitch.
You know what? T.I. is the best rapper out right now. Who's better than him?
The Lox.
The Loxes.
See, you know what it is?
Now, but
the Lox supposed to be the FBI and not Mobb Deep.
The Lox is amazing. I mean,
the Lox supposed to be the FBI and rap, and daggone MOP supposed to be the CIA, and they supposed to monitor bullshit rap and punch niggas in the face.
They have a certain lane that they in.
Now they playing.
Their type of rap is not what everybody does.
Basically speaking, all I know, your face would be leaking. I rap full time, still sell bass on the weekend. Yes,
they do great stuff. Maybe I was talking about T.I. is the best commercial rapper out right now. That's actually getting played everywhere.
I don't got a problem with T.I. I just think he's snitch. I think he's a good rapper as far as rappers in Atlanta are concerned. He's probably like number 2. Because you know Andre's number 1.
Yeah, that might be true.
And
well, Andre's he's the same thing. He's not really out right now.
Andre's number 1. Ludacris is number 2.
He's not out right now either.
But I'm just talking about as far as catalog content.
I mean, he's probably out right now. Don't get me wrong.
Because if it wasn't for OutKast,
say, oh shit.
If it wasn't for OutKast, you wouldn't have the T.I.s and the Ludacris's. Just like if it wasn't for other underground.
That's what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is like just like if it wasn't for other underground artists in Atlanta, you wouldn't have OutKast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like them unsung motherfuckers that like
Atlanta might get mad at me, but OutKast really got popular when they started doing New York type of sound and music.
I don't think they never did New York
type
sound. I think they did.
That's their first joint.
I don't think they did Atlanta.
I mean, they put their Atlanta spin on it.
I don't think they did Atlanta music. They just did music. I don't think you could categorize. Oh, that's
because they was real southern, but they was like
it was a dungeon.
They had flows
the Dungeon
like
family.
Like
the Dungeon family was
like
their Quincy Jones.
By nature or some shit.
The Dungeon family was their Quincy Jones, and they was just making tracks that wasn't the norm for Atlanta. It was shit.
But you know what? And I can't. All right, you know what? Sorry, I'll take that back too, because they was sounding a lot like Corrupt when they first started rapping.
Corrupt was
Corrupt. He wasn't underrated.
I like that video where he was punching the camera and it kept spinning around.
Was that Pose or some shit?
Yeah. That whole faction over there, they got a raw deal besides Dre and Snoop.
Did they get a raw deal?
Yeah,
they got pushed.
Yeah, they got pushed, but it was like after that Death Row shit.
Death Row.
Yeah, after that Death Row shit like went, like to pieces. Them niggas was good.
There was probably a lot of management that was.
The Dog Pound album should have been better than what it was too.
It should have been, but that's dog food. That's what you're talking about? Because that was like the first one that came out with.
And Dre wasn't doing none of the beats.
But Dre hardly do a lot of beats on a lot of they.
Well, he did the Chronic and he did Snoop's.
He didn't do everything on Snoop.
And yes, he did.
No, they were saying Daz made a whole bunch of that shit.
Oh, but he took credit.
And Melman, somebody like that.
He took
Scott Storch. I mean, Dre did take credit for all of that, but if you read through the credits,
even with D12 could have had fucking.
Yeah. They could have been.
And the funny thing is, he didn't do all the beats on Eminem's album.
Eminem was doing a lot of his own beats.
But he
which you can fucking tell.
He looked over it. He was like the overseer.
He probably mastered that shit.
He didn't. He doctored on Eminem's album.
But that's what they said he used to do a lot with. Even like, with NWA, he used to do that. He used to make. He used to like. I mean, he just didn't make the beat. He would like master it, doctor it,
he would doctor it,
all the good shit.
It was like he wasn't diagnosing that bullshit that D12 like D.
Not to take away from Dr. Dre, he's the best damn producer in the history of man.
Did Bizarre's album.
Yeah. He should have did Bizarre. But you know, he probably only see things in people and he's like, I'm gonna work with that dude, but I'm not gonna work with anybody that anybody brings to me.
You know what real hip hop is?
What?
This is real hip hop. I've witnessed real hip hop like the force of a Jedi Knight. I was on the bus. And it was one of your albums that you liked, and I ain't like. I think I told you about it. I was on the bus, and I seen this kid, and he wasn't a kid. He was about my age. He was in his 30s. He pulled out a CD player with big headphones. This year. And pulled out a CD player with big headphones and pulled out Redman's CD. There is a dark side.
Yeah.
Put it in, played it, and was reading the daggone. And that's hip hop. That's hip hop.
That's our hip hop. He probably just got out of jail.
That's hip hop. But that's hip hop. That's a cultural, like, you know what I'm saying? That's like
I was saying on our last show though.
But you know what?
Hip hop is different today.
But you know what? That's like somebody from the 80s pulling out a record in their house and putting on the record player and enjoy. That's hip hop. He reading the credits of the daggone thing. Like,
what movie? You know what movie I seen recently? It made me appreciate that era of music a lot more. The Temptations. I know that shit is an old ass movie that came on NBC one day, but the other day they was playing that shit on VH1. It's like, this shit is amazing, and it makes me want to listen to that old ass music, cause. And then you remember when right before Rick James died, he was like, "Yo, the only thing that's going to be missing in music is people don't play no real damn instruments."
They don't.
And he's like, once that shit goes, you can't. I mean, there's only so many times you can sample everything.
You gotta realize this. You listen to the sound quality of in-house produced music with drum machines and keyboard synthesizers, and compare that to music that has live instruments. The live instruments is always going to sound better than that.
Especially
shit.
At a live concert.
Even if you
went to a live concert and like they just played the rap music,
even with Pro Tools and all of these daggone, you can filter as much as you want, but it's not going to sound like that. I can listen to DeBarge with them motherfuckers playing instruments and all of that shit in the background. You hearing notes and keys and sections of this, that, and the third, compared to say a Trey Songz song.
Yeah, and it's all made.
Yeah, it's like somebody was like,
computer.
Just Blaze.
But you know, some people are real good at it though.
But Just Blaze, I like Just Blaze because that motherfucker bring in a goddamn orchestra and have motherfuckers like, you know, that brings the sound.
I like Just Blaze music.
He don't even make it.
But I seen a clip when he was getting mad about what Dame Dash supposedly had done to him. Oh, it sounded like a whiny bitch, man.
Yeah, he's a whiny, yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, without Dame Dash, your ass wouldn't be fucking heard of, because there's a million dudes that can make some fucking beats, man.
It's just like rappers. It's always you could pick a nigga on any corner that can rap.
Yeah.
It's just like you could pick a nigga, out of those niggas that can rap, there's always one dude that makes beats that's around.
Now, if Just Blaze was sitting around and he was sampling himself strumming a guitar and then he sampled himself playing the drums, then you could possibly be some unreplaceable dude that can be like telling Dame Dash, like, wait a minute now, you can't be forcing all this shit on me. But if you making beats on the computer and don't
because he tried to play Dame Dash when they was on that Combat Jack radio show.
Yeah, that one too. But I was like, yo, Vlad TV interview, he was talking shit still.
He was like, I was supposed to make the beat. Yeah, he said, but you did it, so I got Kanye to do it because Kanye would do anything out here because he was hungry. He was like, you got a couple of checks, and he started acting snooty.
Yeah, and Just Blaze has made some classics, but
that shit
to be real, anybody can make some damn beats.
That shit with that fucking horn from the American Gangster, with them fucking horns, motherfuckers don't use. That was a horn section. You have a horn. You had grown men.
Yeah,
like what the fuck?
You said that he was bringing the real dudes in the studio.
No, yeah, that's not sampling.
Oh,
that was live.
It,
and Show Me What You Got.
Well, he had to sample it because they played the same thing over and over again. I mean, he sampled it live.
Yeah, he sampled it like that. Show Me What You Got. It was some fat dude on the drums. This fat nigga looked like he fucking eat mad chicken and sweat for no reason. But he was like. Yeah,
that's always good. Yeah, you sure they wasn't fucking drum syncing him and making him seem like he was playing that shit while they fucking made some old crazy?
Those are live drums. Yeah, but the Doctor was the first to initiate that type of sound.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Dre's the best producer.
I seen a picture of Dr. Dre's old studio.
Who's the best producer now? I don't even think people really pay attention to producers no more.
I seen a picture of Dr. Dre's old studio. And he had like 5 MPCs synced to each other, and one would be drums, one would be hi-hats, but they was all working with it. Yeah,
drum and snare.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Have fun.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know who's an unsung producer? R. Kelly. He's a loyal motherfucker. Because that motherfucker stays in the studio. Like, back in the days, he just, like,
I
stayed
just heard the song R. Kelly.
locked in the studio.
It was Jennifer Hudson. He's on it. And they were singing the shit out of that song, too. They were singing like they was in church, and they just caught the Holy Ghost.
I could say he's the new world Rick James. As far as not personal life, as far as being a jack of all trades, writing, producing.
But you know, Andre does all that shit too.
Andre 3000?
Yeah,
oh, he does?
He produces a whole bunch of shit. I mean, he said recently he ain't been working that much, but I'm pretty sure he produced a lot of that Dungeon Family shit.
It's a lot of that shit that it goes back from day one. If you keep doing this shit, at first it might be whack, but you keep doing that shit. What is it? Repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition. And you're gonna get a hit. That dude that I like, the dude with the ashy face.
Dude with the ashy face, producer?
No, the dude that got what's on. He not on Hot 97. He on.
Showman?
Yeah, he was talking about Shine when Shine came out. He was like, yeah, Shine came out with a mixtape. Shit was whack. Like, yo, dude, just keep making songs first.
You know, that's the key to everything.
You'll get your flow back in.
It's like this show. I bet you the more we do this damn show, the better it's gonna be, and we're gonna be coming up with some shit that's like new and improved, and everyone. I mean, people are just gonna like forget about the older ones and say, "Oh, nah, they're known for this," and we don't even know what this is right now. But
I'm swinging off the cuff. I like my shirt.
That's a good shirt. Yeah, where can somebody get that shirt from if they ever wanted it?
Rock and Rel.
RokandRelRadio.com. That's what you talk about our website, RokandRelRadio.com, where you can get this shirt right now.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Thank you.
I was doing the wrong 2 words.